Dawson. Jason Rasidlo has more from the red carpet in Las Vegas.
Hey guys, it's Jason Rasidlo here at CES Unveiled 2025. Come along with me as I check out some of the cool new products and technologies here. Both startup companies and even big global brands participate in Unveiled, the official preview of CES 2025. Meanwhile, Bella from Bosch Research introduced me to their all-new Revel multimodal intelligent crib. It comes with sensors, cameras, and AI features to give parents a helping hand when caring for newborn babies.
Based on the camera with AI, we can detect whether there is any blanket covering the baby's face and whether the baby has flipped themselves in the bed at night. And by the microphone, it can detect whether the baby is crying or not. If the cry is detected, we can play some music to help a baby put into sleep. Or Bosch motor can turn the height of the crib up and down, up and down. Later, it will rock baby into sleep automatically. So after baby becomes 2 years old, the crib can be changed into a study desk. So then when the baby is small, and then we can turn the height a little bit lower so baby can play their toys on the desk. Later when they become teenagers, we can turn the height a little bit higher for them to study using computers as well. So this is a product for you in a lifetime. We are launching this product by end of 2025 to China market as a first goal, and we are thinking about launching this to US market in very near future. If you love this product, let us know, and then we can speed up maybe to launch this to US market.
David Schechter from Hydrific told me about their all-new Droplet Smart Home Water Sensor. It tracks water usage, prevents leaks, and can even help you save up to 30% on your water bill.
It's like your water meter, but it doesn't require any plumbing. You just clamp it onto your pipe, main pipe in your home, in your garage, in your basement, and it reads through the wall of the pipe how much water your house is using. And one of the things people like most about it is it detects leaks. So if you have a small leak in your house, it can find that and flag it and sends you a text. It breaks down all your water usages, so your toilets, your showers, your faucets. It tells you where you're using the most water. So if you're trying to be more sustainable or lower the cost of your water bill, it gives you a little bit more insight than your normal water meter would. But the app would guide you through it and show you where to clamp it on. Some people, and we found in testing that the LED was a good indicator to help people find where their main water pipe is. So it gives them a little visual indication, okay, that's the right pipe. So now the blue is telling me it's getting a signal, and now when you use the app and you go through the account sign up and you connect to this device, you'll have all your water data. So with most people, it's 10 minutes, 15 minutes at the most to install. It's pretty easy, and that was a big objective for us to make it as easy as possible. It's exciting. I mean, especially today, it feels very real right now. It's nice to talk to people like yourself about it too.
Bringing you the best of Coast to Coast from CES Unveiled 2025. I'm Jason Rasidlo reporting.
Welcome back to Coast. I'm Lisa Spalla. Joining us here today is travel expert Janine Tornatori, who is teaming up with Visit Florida to share some unique ways to create those special family memories in the Sunshine State. Welcome, Janine.
Great to be here.
Thanks so much. First, kind of tell us what's to consider when planning a family vacation. What's number one?
Number one, find a destination that's easy to get to. You don't want to spend your whole time traveling. You want to get there and start vacationing. I love Florida for this reason. They have so many great, easily accessible destinations. One of my favorites, Amelia Island, is just 30 minutes north of the Jacksonville International Airport. I also love the Palm Beaches. There's over 200 daily flights into Palm Beach International Airport, and you're on 50 miles of this stunning Atlantic coastline.
That looks amazing. I want to be there right now. What are some epic memories that families can create during a vacation?
Well, I think it's really important. I have 3 kids to blend your interests. Everyone needs something they're going to look forward to on vacation. Florida is great at this. They have so many unexpected experiences and destinations. For example, the Palm Beaches. We love as a family to connect by being in the outdoors. So the fact that they have these great wildlife encounters is really special. There's Manatee Lagoon. You can go snorkeling with tropical fish at Phil Foster Park. We have met sea turtles at Loggerhead Marine Life Center. And of course, it's Florida. There's scuba diving, but going with outfitters like Pura Vida divers, like that take you to these unexpected places, is really what makes it special. Amelia Island is another one of our favorites. They were named the #1 best island in the U.S. and they have this great mix of history and adventure, a charming downtown. There's everything from horseback riding on the beach to, of course, sunset cruises. My boys love the fact that there is a 19th century fort you can explore here at Fort Clinch State Park. So again, like finding all of these different experiences in these destinations that you might not expect is what I think really makes those core memories and makes that vacation special.
Okay, I'm ready to start planning. So where can we get more information?
You're going to want to go to visitflorida.com/family. This is such a great resource for planning all those family-friendly destination vacations across the state of Florida.
Thank you so much, Janine. And everybody start making those vacation plans. For Coast to Coast, I'm Lisa Spalla. See you next time.
It's time now to check in with Alicia Stanford to find out more about a media sensation. Bridgerton is giving fans a good reason to stay home with a cup of tea or 2. And the wait is over at long last. Bridgerton fans are able to enjoy the latest trials, troubles, and romances of their favorite Regency-era family.
Bridgerton is back, and there are some new ladies in the ton. The Sharma family has traveled to London from India in order to find young Miss Edwina a husband. She's accompanied by her older sister Kate, her mother Mary, and the venerable Lady Danbury is sponsoring their trip to the marriage mart.
What about the Duke of Suffolk? According to Debrett's, he should be quite the catch this year.
The Duke flaunts his mistresses. I assure you, Miss Sharma, I have our prospects well in hand.
Meanwhile, across town, Lord Anthony Bridgerton has decided he's ready to tie the knot, much to the relief of his beleaguered mother. But while he does want a wife, he wants nothing to do with romance.
It's only out of the greatest love of my family that I aim to choose a bride with my head and not my heart.
All seems to be going according to plan, but when Kate learns of Antony's low regard for women,
He seeks a wife only to fulfill his duty and does not believe in the true love you deserve.
she is dead set against him and does all she can to interfere. Viewers know Jonathan Bailey from season 1 of the acclaimed series, but Simone Ashley as Kate and Charithra Chandran as Edwina are newcomers. There's a lot of tension as the 3 struggle to make or prevent a match.
I want my sister to be happy. Can you make her happy?
What does the sharp-tongued Lady Whistledown have to say about all of this? You'll have to find out for yourself. All episodes are available for binging on Netflix.
We're spicing things up this April Fools. I'm joined by Pamela Nisovich-Bede, registered dietitian and global nutritionist for Abbott Lingo Business. Pamela, what does it mean to fool your food, and why should we care?
Well, I'm so excited to be here to talk about fooling our foods and our glucose. So our glucose is one of the main sources of energy in our body. Fuels our brain, our muscles, really our day-to-day. But understanding what our glucose is doing behind the scenes is really important to our metabolic health. And the only way we can know what our glucose is doing is with a tool. A continuous glucose monitor, or a CGM, like Lingo, that provides minute-by-minute data and insights into what's going on in your body, kind of taking the guesswork out of how you're responding to food, to exercise, even life's daily stressors, so that you can make changes to your food and to your habits in a way that works for you. And that's where the idea of Fool Your Foods came in. A lot of us eat food and then we don't feel so well after it, right? It's like the food fooled us. So we're flipping the switch. What if we could take the foods we love and just make small tweaks and changes to them in a way that's more glucose friendly? And that's what we're doing here today. So, for example, Oatmeal. Many of us love oatmeal in the morning, but oatmeal on its own tends to give us this energy surge and then a crash. And you can really feel that. You're hungry later, maybe your mood's a little bit off, your focus is a little bit off. That's glucose behind the scenes. But by adding things like fat and fiber, so nuts, chia seeds, some berries, you get a steadier delivery of energy, a steadier look at your glucose. And you just feel better in your own skin, right? Maybe it's adding in protein and fat to your toast. So whenever you're eating carbohydrates, you want to give those carbohydrates some company. Fat, protein really slows down digestion. So instead of this glucose spikes and crashes, which can derail your day, you can stay steadier. Lingo is Abbott's first consumer CGM. It's this tool that I have on the back of my arm. This little biosensor, I wear it for 14 days. It pairs with the Lingo app on a smartphone, and it's giving real-time data and insights into how the body responds to food, to exercise, so many factors that influence our glucose. And it's giving that minute-by-minute personalized glucose information, and it's available over the counter without a prescription.
Turns out fooling your food might be the smartest trick of the day. Thanks, Pamela. Bringing you the best of brains, bites, and bold ideas. I'm Will Armstrong for Coast to Coast.
Hey guys, I'm Jason Rasidlo, reporting just outside the Las Vegas Convention Center for CES 2025. While it's technically not an auto show, vehicle technology makes up a large portion of the show's footprint. Let's start with Honda, who showed off two new Zero Series models. First is the Zero SUV prototype that is based off the Space Hub concept model that was unveiled at CES last year. Secondly, the Zero Saloon prototype features a low height and sporty wedge-shaped styling that sets the Saloon apart from other EVs in the market. Both Zero Series models are confirmed for production in 2026 at the Honda EV Hub in Ohio. Scout Motors is returning to the U.S. market. Its last vehicle was sold here back in 1980. The company is back with financial support from Volkswagen. Scout showed off two new models at CES, the Traveler SUV and the Terra pickup truck.
Scout Motors is an independent American company reimagining what was an iconic American brand. But beyond the brand, we're excited to bring back two of the next great Scout products. Behind me, you can see the Scout Terra, a proper full-size pickup truck. Behind you can see the Scout Traveler, what we would call a mid-size SUV. Both are in the core of the American market, the largest segments, the largest profit pools. Drive around, these are the types of vehicles you see on American roads. You know, with that Volkswagen Group backing, if you think about what we get, of course we get money, that's nice. But beyond that, we get expertise. We get economies of scale. We know how to build the factory. And you can sort of combine the best of one of the world's largest OEMs with a true American startup approach. We have two powertrain offers. So we have an all-electric offer, of course, but beyond all-electric, we do have what we call now our extended range, our range extender option, what we call the Harvester Edition. So the Harvester Edition is a battery electric drivetrain supported by a built-in gas-powered generator that enables drivers to go over 500 miles. We think it solves a lot of the range and charging anxieties that some Americans have going all-electric.
Meanwhile, a new startup company called Aptera showed off a solar-powered EV. Each vehicle can generate enough solar power for up to 40 miles of free daily driving. Plus, with Aptera's Launch Edition vehicle, you can travel up to 400 miles on a single charge. BMW introduced its all-new panoramic iDrive system with 4 key components: a heads-up display from A-pillar to A-pillar, a BMW 3D heads-up display, a center display with backlit technology, and a new multi-function steering wheel with buttons that are illuminated.
The corner piece is a new head-up display technology that we integrated into the car, starting with the Neue Klasse and all existing BMW models when they get an update going forward. This is a projection technology that is invisible from a display side when it's turned off. So we will actually not be able to recognize there's a display in the car. Once you turn it on, we will be able to project, as you can see in the back, from pillar to pillar use the whole width of the windscreen to display information and keep your eyes safely on the road to follow your driving. So this is the corner piece of BMW panoramic iDrive, the panoramic vision from pillar to pillar. We accompany this with an additional head-up display that you can choose, which is the BMW 3D head-up display. It is pretty much what you know today from our head-up display systems, but with a special catch also from a technology side. It provides true focal depth, so it's a true 3D where the pixels are have a different focal depth from your eye, providing true 3D experiences that is being augmented right on the road. And of course, the central display itself, which has a new shape that's very ergonomic. It's much closer to the driver, and it tilts towards it to actually be much better in ergonomic use and follow that circle line that your arm or your hand might have. We get a lot of questions about the previous iDrive system, which came with a controller in the center stack, as you know. For the BMW panoramic iDrive, you could say dissolved this iDrive controller into a much larger and much more convenient to use central touch display. But also a highlight is our steering wheel and the multifunctional buttons on them. So they will enable you to interact with the system safely while keeping your hands on the wheel. So there still are hardware buttons for efficient and safe usage of the most essential functions while driving, and an improved display system, because that panoramic vision is more on eye level as any other system we had in the past. So if you take a look at those two vision cars outside, you can see how much it actually frees up and declutters the interior and the dashboard, right? Because we didn't just add simply another display that's there, and maybe even a black rectangle once you turn off the car. That's why this panoramic vision technology allows us the display to disappear when it's not in use, and to show you with a holographic projection. Actually, what you can see here from pillar to pillar is literally hovering approximately 50 centimeters above the bonnet, giving you a better focal depth and a better, let's say, experience of how technology should really show when you need it, but not really start to dominate the interior.
Panoramic iDrive will be introduced in all new BMW models from the end of 2025 and beyond. Bringing you the best of Coast to Coast from CES 2025 in Las Vegas, I'm Jason Rasidlo reporting.
It's a mobile car show that also happens to be an auction. The Mecum Auctions has once again brought its traveling experience to the desert in Glendale, Arizona, for its annual auction of muscle and collector cars. Nearly 2,000 vehicles hit the auction block with a great mix of cars, trucks, and cycles. And if you were looking for something unique, you were bound to find it here with Mecum.
But we're more than an auction, right? We're an experience. We're a car show. We're the biggest car show in the world that travels around to 15 locations a year. So maybe you're not in the market to buy now. It's still cool to come check out the cars and also talk to some of the owners. You know, the history and the provenance behind some of these vehicles is absolutely amazing.
This 5-day extravaganza brings out one of the widest variety of cars and trucks that you'll find for a muscle and collector car auction. And there's no doubt that even within this mixed lineup, there are some cars that just really catch the eye and have a unique history to tell from its past. Mecum's traveling auction will also hit other hotspots around the country, with cities that include Houston, Indianapolis, and Las Vegas, just to name a few. So if having a love for all things wheels is part of your passion, then it's worth your while to take in a Mecum auction somewhere around the country.
You know, as a collector car and muscle car auction, what we want to do is foster the love for automobiles just as we have, right? So again, it's not just an auction, it's just have an appreciation of the fine vehicles that we have here and follow them along on their journey. Some might go to museums, so some you might see driving on the highway next to you. It's really just to foster the love for the automotive community.
So deserts are known for having an oasis, and this is a big oasis for the collector car enthusiast. From the Mecum auction here in Glendale, Arizona, this is J.R. Ibarra for Coast to Coast.
And that's it for us. If you missed any part of our show, please go to our website. Don't forget to like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram and Twitter. I'm your host, Heather Dawson. We'll see you next time.